What's up, you majestic what the fucks? This is The Inner Idiot. Welcome to the show where 50% of the time I am 100% right. That's right, I'm your host Tyler Havlin. And the other 50%, well, we're going to talk about that today. Because I'm a man of my word. So I know I've said a few times, we'll come back to that in the next episode. We never do. Well, this is the episode.
We finally get back to everything.
And being a man of my word, I am wearing new underwear yet again. Never touched any balls but mine. It's great. It's comfy. It's warm.
I hope all of your underwear only touches your balls.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to hope so, too.
Because if not, there's another issue that I'd like to address in the room.
Well, on that note,
Word.
let me introduce today my co-host, the guy who keeps me on track. And I had this whole spiel about how you brought balance to my life because I'm bald and you got the hair. And we're going to see why I have to throw that out the window in a second. So let's get two claps and Ric Flair for Lord Shorty Hoffman. Woo!
Yay!
And today, why the balance is fucked up. To my left, we have Donnie. Let's give him two claps and Ric Flair. Woo! How you doing, Donnie?
Pretty good.
Yeah? Good to have you. It's nice to have a third in here once in a while.
Yeah. It's just unplanned third.
Right?
I like it.
But I feel like he's going to be really hard to get just a good shock value out of. Like, I'm afraid that nothing I'm going to say is going to make him go, whoa.
Probably not, because he hangs out with me a lot, and there's a lot of, straight up fucked up things that I say on the fly, and this poor kid just starts losing his shit. And the problem is, he'll lose his shit when I say it quietly.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I can't say this out loud. Everybody will hear me. And I'll say it, and he loses his mind. They're like, what's so funny? I'm like, nothing. Donnie's just having a mild heart attack.
Well, Donnie,
Common occurrence for me.
Your hair is luscious as well, I must say, and you have a pretty majestic beard.
Yeah.
This is bullshit, guys.
Sorry. You'd have a majestic beard, too, if you didn't cut it off.
Yeah, I know. It was getting majestic there for
It
a
was
minute.
getting majestic. It looked great.
Yeah, but now I'm just back to this.
It's all good.
It's all right. So I had to do homework for today's episode. So homework got me thinking of school, which brings us to today's top five. Top 5 school lies. Top 5 lies that school told you.
Okay, really quick. I want to preface this whole thing. I was homeschooled.
Yeah, so you probably got all kinds of lies.
So you just use anything your parents told you?
Yeah, so Santa, the Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy, all that shit, all lies. All school lies.
All of them.
Yep, every single one of them. Because I was here. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. And Donnie, you're just fresh out of school, so some of these...
Yeah.
We might be breaking the bad news to you.
Did you go to college? Just curious.
Me?
Yeah.
No college. I didn't
He
finish
did.
high
He
school.
might have. Well, all right, cool. Me too. I dropped out. But yeah, he went to college, so he might have college lies.
Oh, shit.
Deeper levels.
All right, well, let's get this started. See. Number 5, Dare. Y'all, some of y'all might not remember Dare.
Oh,
I
the drug
remember.
dog
Yes.
thing. Got it. Yeah.
Here's the thing. I smoked a lot of weed in high school.
Right.
And not one time did somebody come up to me and be like, here, you want this weed? Nobody ever offered me free weed. It never happened. The other thing Dare got wrong is they're telling you about all these goddamn drugs, heroin, meth, whatever. They don't tell you about fucking vagina when you're a boy. Because no drug ever fucked me up more than vagina when I was in high school.
That's because that's brought up in sex ed.
Yeah, well, maybe I was sleeping in sex ed.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, they usually call it health class, so most people slept through it.
Yeah, it was easy A. You just multiple choice your way through that shit. Christmas tree.
No, I have a friend of mine who has never done drugs and credits the Dare guy.
Are you serious?
Dead serious. It was an ex-girlfriend of mine.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
She's like, yeah, I've never done drugs. I'm like, okay. And I didn't care because I've never done them. And she's like, and I was like, what was your reasoning though? And she goes, the Dare guy. And I'm like, from middle school? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, really? She's like, yeah.
See,
Wow. It reached somebody. Bravo. Good job.
and there's a big thing. Dare was an overwhelming failure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like,
hardcore.
shit.
I
Did
think
you
I
guys-
would. I think I was one of the last couple of years to actually get it. because I had it in 6th and 7th grade, and then 8th grade they were gone.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right, well, number 4. Go to college if you want to make something of your life. I know so many people that went to college that are either in the same position I am or in a lower position than me,
Yep.
making the same or less, but they got a shit ton of college debt. Like, the only reason you should go to college is to get drunk every night.
Well, no, that is not the only reason you should go to
The only
college.
reason I'm ever going to college.
I mean, that's fine, because I've been to a few college parties, and, like, that was the whole shtick. But I
Greek
never...
life.
I've gotten drunk a whole 2 times since I started college, and both times I was alone and sad.
And
I feel you, Donnie. I feel you,
Drank
dog.
like half a bottle of bourbon one time.
Neat.
fun night.
So what? Like, you don't have, like... Are there no, like, cool frat parties, or are you just not friends with those people?
I am friends with Scott, and he's in a frat, but
Sure.
frat parties are, like, none on campus because of Corona. But some of the frat members
Fair.
have houses off campus, and they'll host them, but they're usually small parties, and you have to be in the frat to get in them.
That sounds... You know what? It sounds like a terrible year to be in college because
Right.
of Corona.
What
Yeah.
college you go to, Donnie?
University of Louisville.
Attaboy, throw them under the fucking
Yeah.
bus.
Way to go,
party
U of L.
Your party game is shit!
Fucking up everybody's party life.
That's right.
Number 3, lunch period. I don't know about y'all, but as soon as I got out of motherfucking high school, I ain't had one goddamn job where lunch lasted 45 minutes or a half an hour, however long that shit was in high school. I ain't never had it. It's never happened. No,
Was lunch period 45 minutes for you guys?
I don't know. It was like,
Mine was half an hour.
yeah, it was something like that, but still, you got to sit down, you got to see the nice lunch lady, you got to see the mean lunch lady, you got to bullshit with your friends. None of that now. In adult life. Fuck
I
adulting.
mean, when I go to lunch and I spend 30 minutes getting, or eating whatever I brought to work. So,
No, when I worked where you work, I was notorious for taking hour lunches.
oh, well, I
will say
do.
that.
I mean,
Usually it was me napping
I
in
don't-
my car, but
see, I've done that as well. Like, because if I don't sleep here, I just go to work and I'm super tired. And I'll, like, look at my lead and say, hey, give me an hour and a half or wake me up when you need me.
fuck, you're there 16 hours anyways.
Right, and they don't give a shit, dude. Like, especially on third shift, nobody gives a fuck. It's awesome.
So when you enter the working world, Donnie, lunch breaks, they're not what they're cracked up to be. Number 2, recess. I don't get to fucking play with my friends after lunch. If I even get a fucking lunch. It's bullshit. We need to fucking, like, start a petition to have recess at work. These things need to happen.
Just get a fucking basketball court and just go out and bust out some b-ball and shit.
Mental health, man. Mental
Word,
health.
I'm down about it,
Get
buddy.
hired by, a big tech firm. They always got, like, ping pong tables and stuff in there.
See, that requires college, Donnie, and
Yeah.
you missed that part where we didn't go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have been to a college, I have seen those buildings, but I have not paid to get a piece of paper.
I barely went to high school. So yeah, there's that. And number 1, the biggest lie school tells you is motherfucking nap time. Let me tell you what, you start off
Oh,
in
wow, we're going
kindergarten,
back.
and these motherfuckers put you down for a nap, right? It's great, it's glorious. At that age, you don't understand the value of that nap. Like now, if I don't get a fucking nap, like I want to choke a motherfucker. I want to punch kittens, drown old people, do all kinds of fucked up shit.
Jesus.
But I'm just saying, workplace would benefit greatly from nap time. Now we can go back to this big tech company. What is it, Google?
Sure.
They have nap time. Motherfucking Google has nap time. Nap time. Microsoft, they got nap time. I'm just working for the wrong goddamn motherfuckers.
Right. I think a big thing, one of those things is they in like Japan or China or something like that. I forget which country it is. One of those Asian guys, but they said they actually have this thing where if you sleep at work, it shows that you are a hard worker.
I think I've heard this statistic.
Yeah, it is wild.
I
to
done
me.
worked myself to sleep.
Right.
Man, I never got nap time in school until high school, and it wasn't allotted. I was just doing it anyways.
Yeah, but they still let you.
Sometimes.
I mean,
Depending on the teacher.
it's really bad though when you're sitting in them fucking awful ass desks and you're sleeping, and one of two things happens. One, you either feel like you're falling off and you jump up real fast, or two, you cut the fucking loudest, raunchiest fart there is, and you have to act like you're still sleeping.
I got really good at sleeping sitting up and making it look like I was kind of paying attention. and then one of my teachers caught on to it, and when he saw me doing it, he would knock me over.
That's a goddamn ninja move, though. That it even worked once.
That's
It worked for a couple weeks.
That's
then
a
he
good
realized what I was
teacher in
doing.
my book. If the teacher's gonna sit there and be like, "All right, this motherfucker want to sleep, I'm gonna fuck with him."
He was
like,
a really funny teacher.
I was about to say, like, that's the shit right there. That's the kind of shit I want to hear about.
He
You
would
know
come
what I
into
mean?
work hungover, admit it to the students, and then put on a movie for the entire class.
That a
Movie
fucking
days.
boy.
All right. Well, with that was our top 5.
Yay!
So let's take a break for the dimwits and dummies out there.
All right. Greetings, humanoids, goblinoids, and all the other oids in between. Do you like talking about Dungeons & Dragons? Do you enjoy listening to other people talk about Dungeons & Dragons? Or talk about any other role-playing games? If you say yes to any or all of these, join me and Autumn Midas on the Dimwits and Dummies podcast, an open discussion on our take on how to improve your game from the perspective of game master to player characters. Embrace your flaws and learn that everyone loves D&D. They just don't know it yet.
Hey, Donnie. I bet when you left college, whenever, you didn't think you was going to come here today and get a history lesson, did you?
Nope.
That's right. On this day in history,
right.
November 13th, 2000 shitty. You know, because sometimes I forget to tell the date at the beginning of the show. Slipping.
It's all right.
In 1789, Benjamin Franklin writes, "There is nothing certain but death and taxes." And we still use that saying today.
Death and taxes?
Yes, I'm guessing it was a book.
That's sad. I don't want to pay taxes all my life.
Right. And
Fuck.
You know, I've
don't
actually
care about
been-
dying.
I've been using that that phrase as the login for my laptop and desktop for the last like 2 years.
That phrase?
The
Yes.
whole entire phrase?
Yeah, with no spaces though. Death and
Huh?
taxes.
Death
Just
and
death and
taxes.
taxes.
Nice.
So apparently Benjamin Franklin either wrote a book or just wrote it on a fucking
Apparently he
napkin.
hates every fucking buddy because that shit sucks.
Yeah, it's horrible. But that was 1789. Let's jump to 1982. Vietnam Veterans Memorial opens in Washington, D.C. 58,000 plus names of soldiers killed or missing in Vietnam were on it. Now, Benjamin Franklin was right. These motherfuckers, they died.
Right.
Sad day. Bad news, Charlie Brown. Whatever, however it says. I thought that was a pretty big historical event that happened on November 13th. I didn't realize it went so well with the first one.
It's all good.
Yeah, I'm going to hell. It's alright. In 1987, the first condom commercial was on British TV.
Condom?
I don't know how I went from those two to this one, but here we are.
Condom?
Yes.
I've never seen an actual condom commercial.
I
never-
have quite a few actually.
You never seen the Trojan Man?
No.
Da-da-da.
No, I've seen like the KY jelly commercials and all that shit, but I've never seen a condom commercial. What does a condom commercial consist of?
The Trojan Man rides up on a fucking horse when two people are getting hot and heavy. He's like, "Wait a second, we're a Trojan," or some shit. I don't know. It's been a while since I've watched TV with commercials.
That fucks me up, dude, because I'm like, how the fuck do you advertise a condom otherwise? Like, hey, this will probably not get her pregnant.
Probably, right? Dude, I owe a big part of my teenage and younger 20s to condoms.
Sure.
Dude.
A lot of the ones that I've seen, it's like the entire commercial is like a horny couple in a convenience store, and they're buying like the thinnest condoms they can get.
Yeah, ultra thin, ribbed for her pleasure.
I don't care how thin they are. You put a piece of rubber over your penis, you know it's there.
Yeah. You're suffocating the poor fella.
Right?
Like, I get it. I'm sorry, guy. You gotta put this hat on. It's time to get your scuba suit.
The scuba suit.
Kind
Yeah.
of put a paper bag over your head. And
Yeah,
Say
paper.
goodbye.
That shit don't work. Dude, when I was young, there was one time where I got a piece of saran wrap.
Are you shitting me?
No, dude, I was in.
God
It was one of my first times, right? It was like, do I have a condom? Oh, this condom's been in my wallet for like 2 years. I don't want to use it. Hey, you got any saran wrap? We got saran wrap. I saran wrap that shit, and we try. I mean, it's a good thing that nothing bad came of it.
Sure.
Oh, that would have been horrible.
I remember for my 16th birthday, somebody gave me a condom.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Here you
For
go."
your birthday?
For my birthday, somebody was like, "Hey, shorty, now you're gonna need this." I'm like, "Oh, thanks, man." And like I had like at that time in my life, I had no intention of losing my virginity until I was married, and I never ended up using that condom, like because it obviously went bad by the time I lost my virginity.
How old were you?
21.
21? Mate, you're a good man, Shorty.
Yeah, I held off, and then I was like, you know what? Fuck this.
How old were you, Donnie?
I'm still a virgin.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
Virgin ears in the room. I'm a virgin, too. It's okay. These things happen. I don't know where my kids
At this
came
point
from.
in time, at this point in time in my life, I'm pretty sure I'm a virgin again because it's been so long.
Really?
Sadness ensues.
Dude, I am sorry.
It's all right.
Ladies, do you hear that? Look.
Fuck me.
God, you're an idiot.
That's aggressive.
Look, ladies, go to the Inner Idiot fan... Let me start that over. Go to the Inner Idiot fan page on Facebook. Hit up Shorty. Do your due diligence, ladies.
If you like nerds who get exceedingly nervous around pretty girls, I'm your guy.
Yeah. And he's attractive, and he's got luscious hair.
Oh, stop.
Oh, by the way, speaking of the fan page, we now have an Instagram also.
Yay!
It's got like a walloping 2 pictures on it, but go like it.
Oh man,
I'll add some shit to it.
it's quite the portfolio.
It is. Working on the Twitter page now. I don't know what Twittergram
I thought
is, but
I was about to say, like, didn't we discuss, like, obviously off air, but, like, neither one of us do Twitter.
right? But
I have
I'm
a
gonna
Twitter,
learn.
but I just use it to make fun of people.
Well, I'm gonna make fun of a lot of people. I'm sure we will.
See, I've done, like I said, I've downloaded Twitter, like, 3 times, and each time I cuss out a comic book creator, and then I delete it. Because, like, one of my stories gets canceled. I'm like, God damn you, piece of shit! Delete. App. Done.
Well, it's downloaded. I just gotta finish it up. But on that note, let's take a little break from our sponsors before we get into the research.
Yay! Hey, Ty, if you wanted to make a podcast, how would you do it?
Spotify Podcasters app, of course. Or hell, even the website.
Do they have any way you can edit audio and help with organizing your episodes?
All that and more. You can reach out to listeners and have feedback with their Q&A feature, and it distributes it to all other major places you listen to podcasts.
I just looked, and they got a video podcast set up and editing tools here, too.
So all you got to do is sign up at SpotifyForPodcasters.com or get the app, and you're done.
Damn, it's just that easy.
And now the moment that maybe a few of you are waiting for. We're going to stick to our word, and we're going to go back and revisit a few things. So, from episode 1, I caught some flack on this one from somebody Shorty knows. Alexander Graham Bell did indeed invent the telephone. I was not the only one in the room that did not know that. Donnie, did you know that? Please tell me you didn't.
It looks like a song.
I knew it at some point, but it's not
Sure,
something
I
I,
mean,
would have
like,
been able to. If someone had just asked me who invented the telephone, I would not have been able to remember that name. But I definitely learned that in school at some point. It's just not an important fact to me, so I forgot it.
Right. Well, apparently I'm an idiot. But, hey, whoever said that, you listened. That's all that matters to me. He was a Scottish-born inventor, and he invented the phone on March 10th, 1876. He also invented the mine detector.
The
Pretty
what?
sweet. Mine detector.
I thought you
Oh,
said
a mind.
Yeah.
I also thought you said mind.
No, mine, like you step on it, blows your leg off type shit.
Gotcha.
Ultra? That's what I was thinking.
I was like,
man, he worked for the CIA or something?
like, Jesus, how's this guy reading minds and shit? Like, we're still not very good at that.
Right? That's what we have Facebook for.
Ah, yeah, Google does a really good job of that.
Yep. Another thing, from episode 1, the most spoken language in the world is Mandarin.
Is Mandarin.
It is Mandarin.
Very nice, okay.
The number 2 is Spanish. And number 3 is English.
Wow, we were the 3rd most spoken language?
It's
Third.
insane that we're the 3rd most spoken language, but all pilots are required to learn English.
That is, I did not know that.
Yeah, you're not allowed to be a pilot no matter what country you're from unless you can speak English.
Huh.
Look at Dottie dropping some fucking knowledge.
Fuck
Look,
it.
this college kid.
See,
Education.
actually, when I was in high school, I took a computer science class, but I was the only one in the computer science class because I was the only fucking nerd. But because I was the only one, I was in the same room as like a flight sim class, and they
Okay.
had to do They had to go over a bunch of stuff like that, like what different types of pilot's license, and for a commercial airliner, you have to learn English no matter where you're from.
That's neat.
Fucking weird.
So like if you were to find voice recordings from like radio transmissions from like Malaysia, even air traffic and control in Malaysia, they all speak English.
Neat.
Sometimes very
And-
butchered English, but English.
It's still English.
That's the way it is.
You know, English is actually my second language.
What's your first one?
Sarcasm.
Oh.
All right, from episode 2. Look, I am still really disappointed that you didn't get the Casey Anthony joke that I dropped in episode 2. Donnie, have you heard of Casey Anthony?
Nope.
Oh my lord, my lord. Anyways, we went on a tangent about some other lady that killed babies and
Killing
shit.
babies, that's right. I was trying to think of like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Her name, and I don't give a fuck if I butcher it, is Nancy Morones. She killed 3 infants in the 80s. This is the one you were talking about where
Yeah,
you
the
had
one
to
who,
watch the documentary.
yeah. She kept blaming it on SIDS.
Yeah, right. So only one of them was actually her kid.
What?
Yes. And she got away with it for decades. All 3 of them because they were all declared SIDS. No charges were filed until 2018 after she admitted to it to her oldest daughter.
What?
Who by chance, obviously she didn't kill that one.
Right.
Yeah, so that's
How the fuck do
crazy.
you even come up with a conversation and sit there and chill about it? Like,
So yeah, I
You
killed
sitting there-
3 kids.
yeah, you're sitting there with your daughter or whatever, having a nice cup of coffee or whatever, just chilling. Like,
Oh, by the way,
So,
I drowned your brother.
yeah, I drowned your brother and 2 other kids. Okay, like,
It's like playing truth or dare.
right.
She's like, "Did you kill those kids 30 years ago?"
Oh, damn, she's got me. Truth or dare. The rules say. That's funny.
Another one from episode 2. Now, here's the thing. When I was doing all this research, I noticed that we don't know what the fuck we call certain groups of animals a lot of times. Because there was like 3 or 4 times I had to look up different groups of animals. But, episode 2, a group of geese has different names, actually.
What?
When they are on land or water, they are called a gaggle of geese.
Okay.
When they are in flight, they are a skein, team, or wedge.
A skein?
A skein, if I'm saying it right, it is Skein.
Yeah, or skein? No,
Skein.
skein. Skein. Skein!
Skein!
Fucking German.
Yeah.
Could you imagine the bunch of geese, like, if they could talk or whatever? It's like, all right, men, we are about to take off.
I feel like if geese,
To the skein!
I feel like if geese could talk, it'd be like really, really mean.
But,
They
yeah.
probably would be, and I imagine they are super racist.
Yeah. Dude, so let me tell
They
you about
see a
this.
duck and they just go the fuck off.
Fuck off, quackhead.
Let me tell you this one time. I'm sitting in my car, right? I got my windows down. And I want to say it's like March or April, springtime. My windows are down. And I shit you not, a fucking skein of geese flew over top of me. And all of a sudden I hear, thud! Right inside my car. I look over. This motherfucker poop bombed me, and the trajectory, it went right in my goddamn window and hit my center
no.
console. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That shit hit like a fucking ton of bricks.
Damn.
Yeah. Fucking geese are assholes.
Jesus.
But, speaking of poop, episode 2, poop coffee. It is called Kopi Uark. I'm probably fucking butchering that name.
Yeah, it doesn't sound right.
But it comes from the civet. And what happens is the civet eats coffee beans and other things, and it doesn't fully digest it. So when it shits this stuff out, they just go sift through the shit and they fucking...
Did you see pictures of it when
Yeah.
you looked it up? It looks like a goddamn, like, Almond Joy or some shit.
Yeah,
Or Baby Ruth.
yeah.
Yeah.
Shit is crazy. I don't want to drink poop coffee, but eventually I probably will. You a coffee drinker, Donnie?
Yes.
Yeah, dude. Fuck.
My mom got me on it when I was 3.
Oh, yes.
It's
Start
It's
me up.
supposed to be the best coffee in the world or whatever, and it's literally coffee that is processed by another animal and shat out.
That's insane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fucking wild, dude. This
It's some
world's
Death Wish coffee this morning.
I've never heard of it, but that sounds great.
It's like 3 times more potent than normal coffee.
Whoo, boy.
And
Jesus.
this is after I drank 2 tall monsters.
Kickstart my
You
heart.
stupid motherfucker.
Yeah, I was tired.
Look,
Go to
when,
bed.
when Duncan says
Eventually.
America runs on Duncan, like, I feel that shit in my soul. Shout out Dunkin' Donuts,
I've
because
never been
y'all's
to it.
coffee.
I don't go to coffee shops. You give me anxiety.
Really?
Yeah.
Dunkin' Donut ain't really a
Dunkin'
coffee
Donuts
shop,
is a donut shop, Donnie, not a coffee shop.
but they have amazing coffee. I
I've
love
heard
it.
otherwise.
Really? I like it. It's I mean,
But
you're
it's
not
all those
getting
people who
gourmet.
are like pinky out when it comes to coffee.
Oh yeah,
you know
like
what I'm saying?
Starbucks and shit.
Well, like even Starbucks are like, this is Swift.
Swill.
Yeah, and then they like go to some like fucking hipster shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One of the local ones.
Yeah. But of course they all get like fucking like
Drive all the way to Cincinnati. just to get
pumpkin
coffee.
spice and all that shit. Like they get that stuff.
They
but
probably
they're
get peppermint in their coffee.
probably
Fucking assholes.
Sounds
fucking
weird.
assholes.
I would never try that.
Yeah, see?
It's like such a conflicting taste.
Do you like peppermint and chocolate?
Yes.
Oh, fuck, Donnie. I thought we were going to be friends for
This
a
is
minute.
my boy.
I just
my
don't.
boy.
I don't like the idea of peppermint in coffee though, because it just sounds like a conflicting taste.
See, I don't know. A bunch of bitches like it. So,
All right. From episode
Noted.
3.
all right.
1944, Canadian troops occupy Breskins. You said, where the fuck is Breskins? I was like, I don't know. I'm an idiot. I didn't research it. So, here we are. Breskins is a harbor town in southwestern Netherlands in the province of Zeeland. They are noted for their fishery festival, which is the largest festival in the province of Zeeland.
So Zealand, but not New Zealand.
Correct.
Gotcha.
And the reason the Canucks invaded was to take a German stronghold. This was during World War II.
Right. Makes sense.
All right. Another thing from episode 3 is, what was a fancy chicken? Look, these things are pretty as fuck.
Oh, the majestic motherfuckers, the big
Yeah.
ones. Yeah.
And they are usually called silky hens.
Silky hens.
And they have fluffy plumage.
Plumage.
Yeah, I guess that's just like the fancy word for their feathers and shit.
Probably the placement of them. You know what I'm saying? Like
know.
you have body feathers or whatever, and then you have like the fucking like I get like for lions it would be considered the
This is
mane.
a question
guess
for
so.
my mom. She grew up on a farm.
Yeah.
Yeah, your mom's a hillbilly. She probably knows this shit.
Hell yeah. But they look like they just come out the motherfucking dryer.
I know, dude. They're some fluffy motherfuckers.
They're kind of scary, but kind of majestic.
Yeah, and they're big too. Jesus
Shorty,
Christ.
have you played Minecraft VR?
Hold on to that video game question, Donnie. We'll get back to that off the air.
This is relative to huge chickens, is what I'm asking.
Oh well, no.
Once you get into Minecraft and you have scale, these chickens are almost like they're like 3/4 of a meter wide.
What the
They're
fuck?
enormous. You need to try it.
Fancy chickens. All kinds
Fancy
of
3D
plumage.
chickens. Cube chickens. I'm interested to see that.
So what episode was that? That was 3, right? That
think
was
you
off
said
to see
3.
the wizard. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Episode 4.
All right.
Kentucky Blue People. The one I had never heard of. Have you
I've
ever
heard
of
of them.
it?
Yep.
All right. Well,
I think like
I've done some minor research on them. 'Cause
Yeah.
Apparently they can get a shot to make them look a normal color, but it goes away after a while. They
Yeah.
turn blue again.
look at this cue card.
that's a lot of information.
That's a lot of information.
All right, hit me with it.
All right, so the Fugates, a family that lived in the hills of Kentucky.
Yep.
They were carriers of a genetic trait that led to the blood disorder called, ready to butcher, methhemoglobin. Something about methane goblins. We'll just leave that. Meth goblins.
Meth goblins.
I mean, it's in the hills of Kentucky. They were all probably smoking meth, and they look like goblins, so we're calling it the meth goblin disease.
got it.
Martin Fugate and Elizabeth Smith married and settled near Hazard, Kentucky in 1820. They were the first.
Sure.
4 out of 7 of their kids had blue skin. The last known
Did you just how many? What was the number you said?
4 out of 7.
Okay. See, I thought I heard 7 out of 4. And I'm like, what?
Maybe I did, but
I
I
don't
meant
know.
4 out of 7.
All right, that's
Welcome
fine.
to the backwoods.
Benjamin Stacy was the last known Fugate family member born with this in 1975. He was the last known descendant. There's a few others, but they can't. I guess the bloodline's so diluted they can't figure the shit out.
It's a really rare trait. The only way that they would have it replicated again is they just happen to have someone that carries the correct
Genetic code.
correct genetic code for it to activate. So it'd be really hard to replicate what they had.
I mean, the shit is crazy looking.
I know, dude. It's fucking wild.
Grow up to
When
be-
I first heard about them, I was like, okay, so they look like they're choking all the time. And then I looked up a picture, like, no, these people are giant fucking Smurfs.
right? Like I'm gonna grow up to be a fucking Papa Smurf. God damn.
Papa Smurf got jacked.
This. Oh shit.
Swole. Smurfia.
Surprisingly, that was the only thing we had from episode 4.
Wow.
But episode 5, I think we only had one thing from there too. Yeah.
Well, let's hear it.
So, episode 5 is actually just honorable mentions to my top 5 on that episode. That was the top 5 things I hate to see posted on social media. I left 2 very important ones off that list, and I'm going to talk about them right now.
Okay.
The first one is when a motherfucker posts that goddamn Marilyn Monroe meme, right? That says, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. The only thing I fucking see when you post some shit like that or say some shit like that is if you can't handle me being a complete fucking ass clown, you ain't getting no fucking cookies. Go home. I hate you. That's what I hear.
Oh, man, cookies.
Everybody loves cookies.
You know what's really funny is, like, I hate it when people are like, I'm tired of toxic people. Chances are you're toxic. And I said this, I'm like, everybody is toxic. It just depends on how.
Right.
Like, it pisses me off saying, like, fucking tired of toxic people. Like, everybody's fucking toxic, bitch. You're
It's
toxic.
pretty
Go to hell.
toxic just to say that.
Yeah,
It is
I
toxic.
mean, it is. For real. But, anyways, if you're looking up to Marilyn Monroe and you're a female, like, get you a different goddamn role model.
Yeah, she was a huge slut, wasn't she?
Huge slut, drug addict, like, famous adulterer. Like, cool, yeah, she was a woman, she was an actress, awesome. But, like, you can't overlook the other shit.
I think the whole
Was
point
she the
of...
one that was rumored to sleep with JFK?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I think...
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I think the whole point of looking up to Marilyn Monroe is because she used her sex appeal to become, you know, a, like, famous woman. Which, I mean, isn't anything because, like, porn stars are the same way.
Right.
Today we have OnlyFans.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Now we have OnlyFans. And those are the bitches who look up to Marilyn Monroe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I'm telling you now, if either one of my kids ever look up to Marilyn Monroe, their asses are grounded, and they're going to learn about goddamn Mother Teresa.
Word. Good women. Powerful women.
The other one is when a motherfucking addict posts a picture and says, oh, I'm so many days, so many years sober. Like, motherfucker, you look high as fuck in this picture. You look like a fucking mystical meth head who done left his goddamn teeth at home with his common sense.
I will fully disagree with you on this. I like seeing people who have gone through those struggles and stuff like that and
like
celebrate them.
I like to see him actually sober.
Yeah,
If
true.
it's somebody I know the fuck they ain't sober,
Well,
that's
sure.
what's irritating.
But if I see it,
Me with my dad.
but see, that's the post you're talking about though. Like, if I see somebody who has been, you know, in that struggle bus, you know, whether it be alcohol, drugs, or otherwise, and they post and say like, hey, I am, you know, 3 months, 6 months, 2 years, 15 years sober. Like, I will support you 100% of the time.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And I have friends of mine who are just like permanently looking stoned. You know, like they look high off the fucking rip, but I know them personally, have not done drugs in like 5 years.
My mom thinks I'm stoned all the time. I've never even smoked.
Well, I mean, weed's one thing, dude. I mean, I kind of thought you were a little stoned, which is fine. I mean,
Yeah, I've never done anything.
little devil's lettuce never hurt nobody.
I have
just
people
don't-
all
it's
the
just too
time.
expensive, and I'm broke as shit.
I have people all the time like, "Shorty, are you high?" Like, I have a fucking scar right over top of my arm, and people assume I did heroin. And I was like, "Yeah, I was on heroin for 15 years." They're like, "How old are you?" Under 30. Don't worry about it.
I have never touched heroin.
I actually had a friend who got on heroin when he was 14.
Oh,
I've
God.
had it. I've had it in my possession.
Oh, no.
And like,
I'm
it was
never-
because somebody was like, "Man, you ought to try this." I'm like, "What the fuck is it?" And they're like, "It's heroin." I was like, "You can get this the fuck away from me."
Right.
Like, I was holding it and I felt dirty doing that.
Like, I don't want to put nothing in my veins. Like, I attribute it to fucking X-Lax. Like, don't nobody do X-Lax for fun. You know that shit'll blow out your fucking butthole. Like, I ain't
Inject
trying to blow out
caffeine.
my veins.
I would try injecting caffeine.
Fuck, dude. I need...
Injecting caffeine? You fucking
I'm pretty sure you
stink.
can buy it purified.
Fuck that.
expensive
That's
as hell,
stupid.
So that was episode 5. Let's take a little break, smoke about it,
All right, cool.
and we'll come back. That's right, we're back. Don't adjust your ear holes. That sound you hear is me
Yep.
and Shorty.
And Donnie.
And Donnie.
Oh yeah, I am here. You're right.
Hi, Donnie. All right, so episode 6. Here we are with a fucking group of animals.
Okay.
A group of lions is called a pride. I
Oh.
think we halfway knew that.
I knew that one.
Of
I
course
thought
you
I
would.
thought I
College
said
kid.
it, but I wasn't 100%.
Right. But this came about because what the weird fact was a lion gets less than 1 kill a week.
Yeah.
So a lion gets on average 15 kills a year. But scavenging is a big part of their diet. Young berserk lions will kill excessively at times.
Berserk lions?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess they get like blood hungry or some shit. I don't know.
Huh.
Teenage lions, you know how puberty and adolescence is.
Sure.
Fuck.
I definitely wanted to kill a bunch of people when I was 13.
Did you though? Oh, well.
I mean, I went
14.
through my. It was 14.
been a lot cooler if you did.
I went through that teen angsty phase where I'm like, I want everybody to die. I mean, I'm still like that, but less angry.
I went through that phase where I was getting reported as a potential school shooter and given a 3-hour detention.
Oh shit!
That
so
actually
they
happened.
were afraid you were gonna do some shit at school, so they kept you at school longer.
Yeah. They
This
punished
kid's gonna shoot up school. You stay here. Like they were. It's like they were hoping for it to happen.
Oh lord!
We need to make the news.
right.
Get our school.
If we do it during detention, it's with the rest of the
We're the
problem
lowest
children.
funded high school in the county. We need your help.
Wow. On that note, let's talk about more crime. Bank robberies.
Yeah.
So, episode 6, we talked about. I don't remember what the fuck fact was, but it was something about bank robberies. So I did a little looking into it. 11 bank robberies a day across the United States is about the average.
That's.
It's surprisingly low.
You think so?
See, to me, that's surprisingly high, considering everything is so electronic now.
There's like 350,000 people, almost 350 million people in the U.S.
Right.
And most, like, what? What's their poverty percentage? It's a lot.
It's a lot, yeah. Now, the next fact on this will not surprise you. The 2 cities with the most bank robberies are Baltimore, go figure, and
Yep.
L.A.
Yeah.
Those
course
2 have
it's
the
LA.
most. Idaho has the least. The whole fucking state. It didn't even say
There's
a city.
people in Idaho?
Yeah, I guess. Not many, but...
I mean, they're just worried about potatoes.
Right? Fucking potato
Ew.
robberies. 41% of bank robberies get away with it.
What?
Yeah,
41.
41%.
That is
That's
surprisingly
that's
high.
super surprising.
And only 22% of the stolen money is ever recovered.
Wow.
Like,
right?
Do you know by chance how, like, what time period was used in that measurement?
Oh, wow. So, like,
This was
okay.
2017. That was the last time this data has been recorded and released.
Okay, so is it just for 2017?
I would say
Yeah.
it's just for the average for that year.
Yeah, because I was thinking, if this is, like, in U.S. history, I could see it being pretty high because, you know...
If 11 are
hearing
happening a
technology was
day.
not what
Yeah.
was not what it was until, like, what?
See,
30
I
years
would
ago.
feel like before, like, before we, like, moved into the modern era, whatever, there's a lot more train heists. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I just want to see that
We should
old...
bring back train heists, guys.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I'm down.
I know how I'd rob a bank, though. I would find a bunch of, like, young-looking midgets, and I would put them in children's clothing and parade them into the bank like they're on a fucking kindergarten field trip, right?
I did that, actually.
And you paraded midgets into a bank?
No, I did a
okay.
kindergarten field trip to a bank.
Oh, okay.
I got to see the inside of their vault. It was the one over on Turkey Foot that closed.
Yeah.
Their vault was actually just a closet with a bunch of safes in it. That's why they closed it.
I'm strapping fucking bombs to every one of these goddamn midgets.
Give us the goddamn money!
Because don't nobody want to see a kindergartner die. But little do they know it's really a grown-ass fucking midget. So,
Stupid.
then I'm taking the money, I'm leaving, and then I'm blowing up every one of them goddamn midgets because I ain't sharing the fucking
So
money.
first you're going to rob a bank, then you're going to commit mass murder.
Yeah, and then we'll just have little people chicken McNuggets just
That's
following around
so
everywhere.
fucked.
And you know what? No loose ends because all of his associates are dead.
Yeah.
Yep.
Boom.
Done.
Where'd
Easy.
the kindergarten class go? Recess.
Recess where?
No.
Hell.
Pearly
dude.
Gates. All right, in episode 7,
They just robbed a bank. I gotta see Pearly Gates.
one of my requirements to be a good president was you had to have a side piece, right?
Yes.
You didn't like this theory.
I did not.
Dude, you killed me the whole episode, but that's all right. You're going to like this.
Okay.
So we had talked about Warren Harding, who had a kid
With
one of his mistresses.
Right.
And you're like, well, was he a good president? I have the answers for you
Okay.
today.
All right, hit me with it.
All right, so just a few things about Warren Harding. His presidential term was from March 4th, 1921 to August 2nd, 1923, when he passed away. He was an Ohio senator from March 4th, 1915 to January 13th, 1921. He won over Democrat James Cox in a landslide. And he pretty much had like this front porch campaign where if you wanted to see him, you wanted to hear his speech, you pretty much came to him in Marion, Ohio.
Right.
The Marion Times, he made that newspaper successful. So, I mean, he did have some success in his life. While he was president, he was wildly popular.
Okay.
But then he died.
Interesting.
And what happens when people die? The truth comes to light. So after he died, apparently there was a shit ton of scandals. So people then learned about Elizabeth, the daughter he had with Nan Britton, who was one of his mistresses.
Oh, one, damn.
And then something called Teapot Dome. It had to do with oil rigs and all that shit and military contracts.
So what I'm hearing is he was a shit person, but a good president.
No, he was a shit person, but most historians rank him as the worst president we've ever had.
Oh.
So, to make you feel better, he had a mistress, he was shit.
Gotcha. Cool beans. Well, that's comforting to know.
Still doesn't change my stance on it.
Nope.
But that was
Just
all.
call him an outlier.
Yeah, he's an outlier.
All right, whatever.
He was probably a junior. Episode 8, I got some shit written down. I don't know why I wrote down broken penis and old lady fart. I know why I broke it. I know why I wrote it down.
You broke it. What?
Yeah, I broke my penis once. I think that's why I was like, maybe I'll tell an embarrassing story about the time I broke my penis or about the time I fucking farted in an old lady's mouth. But in episode 8, hot water freezes faster than cold water, and here's why. It is called the Pimba effect. Basically, hot water evaporates faster, which means there's less water to freeze, and that's why it freezes faster.
Oh, okay. Cool.
It's just
It gets cool.
Scientist.
Science. I think this was episode 8. A group of turkeys is called a rafter.
A rafter?
Gobble gobble.
That's stupid.
It is fucking stupid, ain't it?
Like I would say it should be like a gaggle. You know what I'm
petition
saying?
to change it from rafter to raptor.
That would be cool. I mean, like,
They are ugly ass looking motherfucker like dinosaurs and shit.
They
right?
taste good though.
Sure. See,
But
we've
they're
also
right.
had this discussion. Like turkey is not the best meat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not the
Especially
best,
when it
but
comes
it's
to,
really
like,
healthy and it tastes good.
When it
Good
comes
enough.
to poultry, like I would much rather eat chicken.
Yeah, me too.
So
Which is cheaper?
Or
yeah,
or Chinese chicken, which is just cat, right?
yeah.
Fucking A.
Or
Meow meow.
whatever's available. Guinea pig, dog.
Oh, guinea pig guinea pig doesn't sound like it would taste good.
No, because it sounds like it's been up somebody's ass.
Yeah. Or gerbils.
Watching
Whatever.
too much South Park.
Sorry.
I think that was all the recap from the episodes.
Okay.
So
Wait, what about episode 9?
The turkeys was from episode 9.
Oh.
Remember, is it Christmas yet? Or it's not
okay.
even Christmas yet.
Yeah.
So that leaves us with broken penis, old lady fart, or some what the fuck facts.
Okay.
Or we can do 2 or 3. So, you want
mean-
to hear about the time I fucking farted in an old lady's mouth or the time I broke my penis, Donnie?
They both sound like great stories. But I think I'm about to go with broken penis.
Broken penis. All right. I'm sure most of our listeners have heard this. Shorty, have I ever told you this story?
Nope.
All right, so I used to have this job where I drove this truck around. I put chemicals on people's lawns and shit, right? And there was this cabinet in the side of the truck. Now, let me tell you, I'm pretty tough about some stuff. When it comes to my penis, I'm not. Okay?
Okay.
So, we would go into the cabinet of this truck and use the bathroom. That way we didn't have to stop nowhere. It didn't take any more time out of our day. Our job was time sensitive.
Right.
So I get in this cabinet. I go to take a leak. I'm pissing. It is a good piss. Like, I feel like I am pissed in a fucking minute.
Feel lighter.
Right? But as I'm pissing, I hear my cabinet door start to open. So I fucking pinch it off and pull my pants up real quick. And goddamn it, I didn't get my pants off. My goddamn penis exploded. It exploded. Fucking blood everywhere.
Oh, I do remember this story now. Okay.
Dude, I thought I was gonna fucking die. Like, I thought urine was gonna get in my bloodstream. And even if it didn't, if my penis don't work no more, like,
Might as well die.
Right, what's the point? Alright, so I go back to the shop. I was like, look, I broke my penis. I gotta go to the hospital. And we had a lady receptionist. She looked at me like, huh? I was like, well, long story. So I get to the hospital, and the person I'm with at the time takes me. And we get there, and they make her leave the room. And when she leaves the room, the triage nurse looks at me, puts her hand on my motherfucking knee, and she says, sir, Was she abusing you?
No, it was all consensual.
I'm a big man. So, like, when you asked me if the woman I was with was abusing me, like, I had to chuckle a little bit. Inside, it wouldn't come out entirely because, you know,
My penis broke.
My
It hurt.
penis is
Rave
fucking
pain.
right? So I was like, no, there was no abuse. I just broke my penis at work. So they take me back to the fucking room. And let me tell you what, there is a time to laugh at shit, and there is a time not to laugh at shit. The nurse comes into the goddamn room, puts my penis in her hand, and she is 2 inches away, nose to penis, and this bitch starts laughing. Look, I'm all for a good laugh, but don't laugh with my penis in your hand. That is not a
Don't you
good.
laugh at it.
That is not a good time to laugh, right? So she leaves the room. The doctor comes in. He's got my penis in his hand. And again, let me remind you, there is a time to laugh and there is a time not to laugh. He is 2 inches from my penis, nose to penis, and he starts laughing. At this point, I'm completely emasculated. Like, well, fuck, I might as well end it. My penis is done. So, anyways, what's it called, the pee hole? Is that like the urethra or something?
Yeah.
So basically what had happened was, and what they explained is you just burst the end of your urethra. So now my pee hole's a little longer and all that fun stuff.
Damn.
Dude, I could not have sex. I could not pee standing up for 3 months.
Damn.
If I had to pee standing up, it had to be in the shower with water running over me. And if I had to just pee and I couldn't get in the shower, I had to sit and pee, but rub Vaseline on my wiener first. Let me tell you what, it is hard to piss through a Vaseline barrier.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So that is the broken penis story.
Damn.
Dude, it was traumatizing.
I imagine
like
so.
it.
It sounds literally awful.
I never want to break my penis again.
Damn.
It'd be a really weird fetish if you did.
Oh, yeah. All right. So, with that said, let's get one or two what the fuck facts in here.
All right.
Donnie's going to be our honorary what the fuck fact dealer today. He's getting ready for it, but it has been a pleasure having you today, Donnie. You're welcome to sit in on any episode you want.
Well, soon he'll be living here, so.
Alright. So, I'm stealing these from Reddit because
It's
Oh,
Reddit.
that's yours?
It's
yeah,
the
that's what
garbage.
it's made for.
Yeah.
So, first one I found was a squid can literally get themselves brain damage by eating something too big because their brain is a donut shape and their esophagus goes through it.
What?
That's crazy, dude.
That's
I died.
fucking. Their brain is donut shaped. Wild.
That's crazy.
Them motherfuckers are aliens, dude. Like that is alien shit.
That is crazy. You know, women squid will tear the fucking heads off the male squid after sex, just like praying mantises and
Damn.
shit.
Wow.
It's a bad day to be a fucking squid, I'll tell you that.
Right.
You got another one for us?
Yeah. So, furry artists can make upwards of $30 to $50 an hour doing paid commissions. That's why industry graphic designers usually end up going down that rabbit hole. I've got a lot of friends with I've got a lot of friends that majored in fine arts, and
All they do is draw furry.
no, they're all broke because they won't refuse to draw furry.
Now look, listeners, he is saying furry artists. What he means is artists that draw or paint or whatever furries. If you don't know what a furry is, you go down this rabbit hole. Google the shit out of it, people.
It's basically a sexy animal,
Sexy animal.
and it's fucking weird.
Squids are not sexy.
Yeah, but somebody will draw it that way.
Yeah, somebody will. 2000 shitty. You got any more for us, Donnie?
He's looking.
Let's see, a crayfish have an open channel like an ear that helps them balance. A few grains of sand sit in it, and because gravity is pulling the grains down, they always know which way is up. However, if you put magnetic metal shavings into the holes and hold a strong magnet above them, they'll start to swim upside down.
I don't even know what a crayfish is.
It's crawdad.
Oh, I want to fuck with them now, though.
Huh. Neat.
That is
You've
neat.
seen like really big crawdads that get up in Indiana? They're like that big.
I have not.
7 to 8 inches.
Yeah, they're
Jesus.
fucking enormous.
But don't nobody want to go to Indiana anyways.
I mean, there's nothing there, which means you can get away with a lot.
I guess. I
Right.
feel like there's a lot of mystical meth heads in Indiana. Though.
Probably.
You got one more for us. Let's hear it.
John Kellogg, inventor of the cornflakes, was a huge advocate for circumcision because he believed it would prevent us from masturbating. Also, he tried to normalize putting acid on the clitoris for the same reason.
Oh,
What the
whoa, John
That's
Kellogg.
pretty fucking extreme.
Whoa,
That's
What a
amazing.
cunt.
Damn.
Fuck you, John Kellogg.
Jesus.
That just made me think of one, and you guys have probably seen this circulating around the book lately. Is the reason why chainsaws were invented.
Nope.
Oh man, I've seen it a few times. They were not invented to fucking cut a tree down,
Okay.
They're really good at cutting trees down for something not made to cut trees down.
right? A chainsaw was originally invented to assist with childbirth. Yeah. Let that
How?
fucking simmer.
I mean, I had to be cut out.
Was it by a motherfucking chainsaw?
Not
Probably
with a laser.
not.
Yeah, dude, that shit's crazy.
What kind of asshole was like, all right, we need to cut this baby out.
Most
I'm going to put a
metal-
motor on a chain that cuts a lot.
Well, the first chainsaw didn't have a motor. It was rotary. And it wasn't quite as big. But, dude, the shit looked gnarly.
I'm going to have to look that shit up.
the
That's
most
fucking
metal
wild.
birth
Gnarly
ever.
as fuck.
Right.
Well,
Damn.
That's your what the fuck facts.
All
For
right.
November 13th, 2000 shitty.
All right.
So, I got a couple more things before we wrap up.
All right.
We have a listener question, in a sense. By way of Sean from the Inner Idiot fan page. Masturbation while smoking weed. We're going to put this to a vote. Do we call it master blazing, weed whacking, or hijacking? I like all three, but I think I like master blazing the most.
I think Master Blazing is the best one out of all those.
I think I have to go with weed whacking.
Weed whacking? I mean, they're all pretty good. So thank you, Sean, for that contribution to the show. If you're listening, go to the fan page. Put a vote somewhere on there, people.
I'll make a poll for it.
All right.
I'll make a poll and we can get the whole like audience to say what they think, like what it should be called.
All right.
And when we get that tally in, we'll let everybody know, and then we'll that's what we officially call it.
That's right. All right. Next, our outer idiot of the day. I said it without butchering it,
That a boy.
but I butchered. Oh, fuck it.
Whatever.
Is Naomi from New York.
Yay.
So, episode 1, we had a top 5 on top 5 lies that you tell your children. And one was counting to 3, and then I was like, pro tip, count to 5. She takes it a step further, and she's going to count down from 5 to make it even more dramatic.
Okay.
Like, you really want to see them little fucking crotch gremlins sweat? You count down.
Oh,
So,
okay.
thank you, Naomi from New York, for that.
Thank you, Naomi.
And thank you for listening.
Thank you.
But I think that's all we got for today.
All right, cool. Sounds good.
So, in the meantime,
In betweens time.
you know what they say. If it ain't broke, fuck it. Break it and get a new one.
Yeah.
Cue the music. We out.